Hey, welcome back to Vision is Better. This is episode 71, and I'm going to be as direct as I can about this one, in part because, you know what, it doesn't even matter. I make this show for one reason, to help you make better, stronger, more compelling photographs, or at least to be a part of that process for you. And we photographers talk and talk and talk about making stronger photographs. That right there is our mecca. We want to make stronger photographs, images that make people feel something, that make people change their minds about something, or that express something that we just have to get out. I know some people just want to play with cool cameras, but they're collectors, and I'm pretty sure they aren't watching this show. The rest of us, we do this for a bunch of reasons, but ultimately the biggest reason is the photograph. So, here it is, the completely opinionated, self-serving, oversimplified, feel free to ignore this guide to making more powerful, compelling, captivating photographs.
I'm photographer David duChemin, and this is Vision is Better, a sometimes weekly podcast about the craft and art of photography. Welcome here.
Making compelling photographs is hard because it's a language, and learning a language is hard. It's hard to get clear about what we want to say about a place, a person, a thing, a subject. It's hard to work with raw materials like light and time over which we have so little control. It's hard to work with these amazing cameras that have so many frigging options behind every single button and dial. Yes, they're amazing, but we think it should all be so much easier than, say, painting or writing poetry or sad country western songs. It's not. It's hard because art is hard. And if you're one of the photography's not really art people, then fine. It's hard because any craft in the world is hard to master. But it can be learned, and it can become fluent, and it can feel intuitive. And when you're in that state of flow with the camera and the moment in front of you, there is nothing in the world like it. Yes, it's hard, but anything worth doing is hard. That doesn't mean you have to keep bashing your head against the wall. So here are what I consider to be the three best things you can do right now to learn to make stronger photographs. Number one, learn to learn. I get all these emails saying things like, I really need to learn to slow down, or I really need to learn how to see light better, or I really need to learn to get creative about my exposures. Listen, I love you, I do, but knock it off. What you need to learn is how to learn. Here's my no excuses guide to becoming an autodidact. Number one, figure out your area of ignorance. Don't get jumpy on me, I'm not insulting you. Ignorance means to not know. And if you're going to learn how to learn, you better get comfortable admitting that there are things you don't know. Write it down. I need to learn how to use backlight. Great, done. Number two, do the brain work. Read enough stuff to mentally understand enough of the subject just to get started. If you're a research junkie, limit yourself to like 3 books or 3 articles, enough that you can move on to step 3. You don't need a lot, you just need enough to move on. So step 3, do it. Start. Force yourself into it. Make a personal project. Don't wait for someone to come along and spoon feed you. Give yourself a constraint. Lean into the subject. Learning only happens by doing. Just go out and try. There's almost nothing you can't learn if it's important to you. But it must not stop at reading a blog article. The magic is in doing, in trying, in failing. And you have nothing to risk. It's just photographs. So for those of you that can't figure out backlight, I've got a sneaky suspicion many of you are waiting until it all makes sense before you go out there and dazzle us with your photographs of backlight. Stop it. Get enough in your head that you've got a few questions that need answering, and then put the camera in your hand and go play. Photograph backlight. Figure it out. It won't take long before you see what overexposing does and what underexposing does. It won't take long before you notice the lens flare and start moving it around to either get rid of it or place that flare intentionally as a visual element in the frame. The magic is in the doing. The same with learning to wait or being patient with a scene. Go out and shoot and force yourself to spend 30 minutes instead of 3. You don't need skills to wait in one place. You just need to pay attention and not go somewhere else. Do this enough and you'll learn the benefit and you'll never want to rush through a scene again. Does that make sense? All right. Number 2 in this, guide to making better photographs, study photographs. I don't even need to explain this one. Stop reading the B&H catalog and the latest specs on a lens you don't need. Get a book of photographs and study those. One image every day or one image every week. Does the image work for you? Why? Does it not work for you? How come? Does it stir something in you? Why does it cause that emotional reaction? What is it that makes you respond to the photograph? Visually, it's there. It's there. You can see it. So what is it? What choices did the photographer make with the light, the lines, the choice of moments and point of view, or the optics, or the settings? Don't just look at them. Scrolling through Instagram doesn't count. Read them, interact with them, study them. I know it's not as sexy as the new $2,000 lens. It doesn't cost anything except 10 to 15 minutes a day. And I guarantee most of you are already wasting more than that on Facebook or Instagram, because I am too. You can skip this whole step of studying photographs, but only if you promise me you will never, ever again complain about not knowing how to make better photographs, because it's all there. If you want to make better photographs, study better photographs. Number 3 should be take a course in composition, but for this video, it's not, though you should. We all should. So before I give you number 3, let me first tell you why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because the way many of us learn photography is just so stupid and unintentional. It keeps us on this hook, going from tip to trick to shortcut to Lightroom preset and back again, and never getting a handle on why images work or why some photographs hit us more powerfully than others. And we get frustrated, so we buy another lens or another camera or a filter or, God help us, yet another camera bag, because hey, if you can't make better photographs, you sure can look better while trying, am I right? Listen, I have some pretty strong opinions about this stuff because I love this craft and it deserves better, and I love photographers and you deserve better. And I just think if we all stopped talking so much about the friggin' gear and started studying visual design, we'd be way, way better off. And it would cost us less too, because most of us don't need all the gear we end up with. Take a second and watch this. This one has the new unsuck filter. It's so shiny. This one goes up to 11. I want to be a Leica. How do you? Oh my God, another camera bag. More camera bags. More camera bags. More. Makes me laugh every time. The Compelling Frame is a course in creative composition and visual design. It's online, largely video-based, and it comes with creative exercises and a chance to study photographs and dive deep into the things that actually make strong photographs. It's available for 1 week only, starting today, and it comes with a ton of cool bonuses, including 2 of my ebooks, 6 additional videos, 3 Ask Me Anything sessions, and 1-year membership in the Vision Driven, which is the community I'm building for people who want to talk about this stuff with others instead of continuing that silly thing where you tell me you like my picture and I tell you I like yours and maybe I put a heart on it, but no one says anything that will actually help us hone our craft. And you're listening to this thinking, holy shit, that's exactly what I've been waiting for. Then I feel your pain because it's what I've been waiting for so long. I finally just gave up and did it myself. But I need you. So if you're interested, then you can get more details at thecompellingframe.com. But remember, enrollment is only open for 1 week until September the 20th, and then it won't be available for another year. So check out thecompellingframe.com. There's way more information there. All right, the third thing. Finally, he gets to the point. The third thing you need to do to make better photographs. Find 1 or 2 other people, online or in real life, that make photographs that you like and talk about photographs with them, not the gear. Stop talking about the gear. This stuff isn't hard. If we all stopped BSing each other and were honest and kind about the images we were making, and if we got past saying banal things like great capture, man, which is really encouraging but doesn't help anyone in their craft, we would learn to find other things to say. We learn to talk about what the light is doing and where the lines are leading and what the moment contributes to the image. We talk about balance and tension and contrast, about shape and color, repeated elements. We talk about content, mood, story. If you want to make better photographs, and if you want that to begin to feel intuitive and less accidental, if you want to make photographs that light you up on the inside and have more merit than just how large and really noise-free they are, then this is where you start. It's so simple, and you can do it. You can do it now. Whether you take me up on a chance to go deeper with this compelling frame course or not, you're probably already where you need to be technically. You'll always learn new things. That part of your craft will always grow. But don't wait until you know how to fire 19 off-camera flashes or how to use luminosity masking or whatever other flavor of the week technique someone told you you needed to learn to be a real photographer. If you know how to focus and expose, it's time to start learning the stuff that will really, truly change your photography. All right, my friends, the rant's over. Thank you so much for, how did I do? Was that brief? Thanks so much for joining me. Please take a moment to check out my compelling frame course at thecompellingframe.com. If you want to really make more captivating photographs, make this the year you go deeper and study the stuff that will actually make a difference. The compelling frame is one great way to do the stuff I've talked about, a great way to learn a manageable thing and then get doing it. It's a great way to study photographs and to get connected to others who want to do the same. But however you do it, don't settle for great capture when your photographs are capable of so much more. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember, gear is good, vision is better, and composition is the secret sauce, so double down on that. We'll see you next time.